Hey guys, and welcome back again to LizzDiaryy. And today I want to first and foremost apologize to you guys who subscribe to my channel. And the main reason is because I've been busy with school and work, and that has really taken a toll on me, my mental health, but let's not get into that. So as you can tell by the title, today I am going to be explaining my visa application journey to you guys. And if this is a video you've been looking out for, welcome back, you're in luck. And before I get into the video, I'd like to thank you guys and remind you, if you're a first subscriber, please don't forget to drop a like for me to encourage me to drop more videos like I did. And it's just a way to show me as a creator that I'm doing a good job for you guys. And without much further ado, let's get straight into the video. Guys, welcome back. And if you're just joining me, like I said earlier, my name is Liz. Welcome to my YouTube channel, LizzDiaryy. So first and foremost, like I explained earlier, I will be taking you guys on my visa application journey and how it went down. If you guys want in-depth video of more of the things I talk about today, you can gladly drop it in the comment section, and I'll take note of that and do a in-depth video. This is just telling you all about the process, what I went through. It could be different for people, it could be different for you, it could be different for me, but this is my journey. And I must add, I am not a Canadian agent, I am not an immigration officer, I don't partake in any of this. I am just a student in Canada. And yeah, so the first thing I did was to start looking up schools. I started researching about the schools I wanted to apply to, although I just wanted to apply to one school because I did not want to waste form money or any of that sort. So I just looked for schools because I have a family member. I have family members in Calgary, so I just decided to look for schools around Calgary and with cheaper fees and stuff like that. And I just stumbled upon University of Calgary, and then I just did my application. I told my parents about it. They sent me money for the form. Then I paid for my form, and I just had to wait to know if I was picked for my course. So that took a whole long time. The time it took was so long. Then I applied in October, early October. Then I got in November or December, I guess, I got an email asking me to check my profile, to log into. Then I checked my profile and I saw I got my admission, my letter of admission. So then I just called my mom, and it was yeah, let's start your visa application process. So after that, I still had to focus on some other things to do. But then again, I didn't apply for my visa early. I had to wait till July to apply for my visa. But before then, I collected most of my documents just to be ready, just not to have to start getting the documents later. So I collected most of my documents down, and I was just ready to do the visa. Before then, I actually had to do my passport because my passport was expiring. But I already did my passport early August time, but it came in December. Then after that, I had some documents to submit. Let it be known that I did my visa application process myself. I didn't use any agent, and I didn't pay anyone to write my letter for me. I wrote my letter myself. Part of the things I submitted was my letter of acceptance, my passport. I also submitted my letter of admission, that letter of acceptance. I think I said that earlier. Then we also have to write a letter of purpose or statement of purpose, something like that, stating why you want to study in Canada, why you're not studying in your homeland, blah blah blah, telling them about yourself. So I did write that letter myself. But I think the funny thing is, at that point in time, quick story time. So at that point in time, my mom, you know how African mothers were, she was like making sure I get my visa. So she was like meeting people that maybe help people with letters, and then she came across this person and he told her, oh yeah, sure, I'll write a letter for you, just pay 70k. 70k in this economy. Thank you, sir. We will move forward. So then she told me, I was like, you know what, mommy, no, we're not doing that. I am going to write my letter myself because I went to school. I'm very smart. I'm a brilliant girl, and I'm going to write my letter myself. So she was like, yeah, sure. Like, okay, we put it in God's hands, write it, and then God will take control. So that was it. I wrote my letter and I was like, yeah, this is okay with me. Like, if I'm the visa officer reading this, I will pick you. I will give you your visa. So then we had to do police clearance certificate. We had to pay 50k for that one. Then after the police clearance certificate, because my father was my main sponsor, so I had to collect like his business documents, his statement of account, his letter from his company, because he was using his company's statement of account to sponsor me. So I had to get a letter from his company stating like, yeah, all the funds are coming from his company, he's the one taking care of all my expenses, blah blah blah. And yeah, and then I just had to put on some of his business documents, like his company's memorandum, the CFO and things like that. The CFO part of companies. Okay, yeah, that you get what I mean. I just had to put down his documents. Because at that point in time too, I was reading Nairaland messages. And if you know Nairaland messages, you would know that these people would scare you. Like, at that period of time when I was waiting for my visa, I was seeing so many denials. I was scared. I'm not even going to lie. I was scared. But, you know, God got me, and I just put my trust in him. So yeah, so I had to submit my dad's houses, like his land document, the houses he has, and all the whole financial aspect packed of it. Then my dad was like my only sponsor, but I also had to put like my mom's business documents to show, okay, yeah, she has a business she's running, and even without my dad she could still take care of me. And yeah, so I had to put my mom's documents. I put my mom's passports, put my dad's passport, I put my passport. I also put like pages of where we traveled, like the visa stamps and like other countries we've traveled to, because you also need to have your travel history. I'm not so sure that's a big thing, because I've had people without travel history and they got their visas, so I don't think that's a big part of it, although I did mention my travel history also in my statement of purpose. I must add, if you guys want me to make a video explaining, like telling you about what I wrote in my statement of purpose, please don't forget to leave a comment on that. I would gladly give a fully detailed explanation of my statement of purpose, what I wrote, what I avoided, and things of sorts. So then I just gathered up my visa application, and then you are supposed to pay a particular amount for your visa fee. So I paid the amount because you couldn't pay with your MasterCard in Nigeria. So I had to call an uncle in London to help us pay. Then we transferred the money to him in Naira, and I paid for that. And then we left it to the hands of God. But then before then, you also have to book for your medicals, because I had to pay for my book for my medicals. I do upfront medicals. Upfront medical is when the visa officers have not sent you a letter or a message to do your medicals, but you just do it just so that the time that they'll use to send you and you have to start booking, you won't have to like start rushing for that. So if they want to send you a message, okay, like, yeah, book your medicals, they already have your medicals with them. So I usually advise people, like, if you don't want to wait so long for that, you can as well just go and do your upfront medicals. Like, it saves time, and it saves time basically. So I advise people to do their medicals. So I booked for my medicals like early time. So I submitted my visa application thing by July 26th, 2022. And then I had to do my medicals, I think, second week in August. So I had to do my medicals second week in August. And then that was when the waiting started. Like, I was seeing people saying they were going to wait for 4 months, 6 months. So I was like, I don't even think I'm going to make it for fall semester, because I submitted late and there was no miracle with that. So, and then I was just like, yeah, you know what? If by the end of September I don't hear anything from them, then I'll just defer to winter semester, because that most people defer like early September or August, but I was like, I must resume this school in September. So I was just waiting. Then in early September, I think September 7th or 10th, September 10th, I got like a ghost update on my application. And then they told me, oh yeah, you're like, check your portal, like there's a new update on your portal. Because the thing with IRCC is that they never tell you anything from email. It's always check your portal to know what's happening. So I was like, yeah, sure, no problem. Then I go and check my portal, and I see that they just updated my medicals to passed. So I passed my medicals. I was already like happy, and I wasn't so sure if they were touching my application at that time, because then at that period of time I heard people were like always complaining that, oh, like Nigerians, they took our application to I think Kenya, and like it was so slow, like people were not getting the replies that they wanted and things like that. And I was just like, oh my god. Yeah, it was Nairobi, I remember. It was Nairobi. And I was just like, oh god, like these people should answer me. And oh my god, I submitted July 26th. It wasn't even up to a month. I had already started firing them email. I was sending them email. At one point, they even told me to stop. Please don't send email, okay? I was firing email and form. So at a point, I realized that there are some documents I did not submit in my whole application process. So I decided to submit them with it, because part of the things I wrote in the letter was like, I'm studying this course to go into med school, and then I already did like my IT in the hospital, and just so it's be believable, I was like, yeah, I should send in documents showing that I actually did my IT in the hospital and stuff like that. Then I also sent in my dad's, because previous to when I was supposed to travel, my dad had like some business transactions. So like the amount that was sent into his account was like huge. So I just did not want it to look like a lump sum. So I had to send in like the receipts for the transaction and stuff like that. And then I just sent those in a form, and I was just like, you know what, I am going to wait. I gave them the deadline for September ending, and they shall fulfill my deadline. So the next week, I got my medical thing on, like medical was passed on September 10th. Then September 17th, that was on a Saturday, I guess. I was just at home with my mom, and then she was like, oh, I should check my portal. I was like, no, I've been checking this thing like every single day, and I'm tired of checking constantly. It was already taking a toll on my mental health. So I was just like, I am not going to check at all. And then she left to her shop. She left to her store, and I think I slept off on the couch, and then a message just got into my phone, like from my email, like from IRCC, and they're like, I should check my portal. I was like, hell, Jesus. I was like, what am I going to do now that they've told me, like, it could be rejection, like it could, because I just sent this document to them like a week, like a day, sorry, I said a week, a day, like, in fact, not even, maybe I think it was even that morning. I just sent documents to them. So it's like, how are these people going to know that I'm really serious about my thing? So I just got this courage that I just summed up, and I was like, yeah, you know what? People don't die from visa rejection. I'll check this thing, and I promise any of my haters that I will get my visa. So I just opened my portal, and that's the time that the portal knows it is going to be slow. That thing was slow. It opened, and I was just scrolling. I was like, I scrolled down, and I saw your thing has been approved. Send your passport for stamping. And you know that when they tell you send your passport for stamping, ooh, the visa is gonna be stamped on your passport. Like, there's no two way about it. You're getting your visa. So I called my mom quickly, like, yo mom, this and that. She was so happy. Then we started making plans for sending my passport to the Abuja office. We went to DHL, we paid the money for the go, come, blah blah blah. We paid every other thing. We were just like making arrangements. And then because school had already started that middle of September, we're like, yeah, I have to go back to school. I have to go to school. So we're making travel plans, packing boxes, like, yeah, we have to do this fast as possible. See, I advise people, don't be like me. Don't make travel plans that fast, because it was don't be like me. So we made travel plans, and then I used KLM because I had a lot of messages asking me what airline I used. I used KLM, and we had to pay for extra luggage, although we did not even use our extra luggage. Like, how is that even possible? Pay for extra luggage I did not use, because the weight we used at home was not the accurate weight they used in the airport. So it turned out that what we were thinking was too much turned out to be very small. We went to the airport the day of my traveling. The vlog is on my channel, so if you've not watched it, please go back to the vlog. You'd see it there. I explained everything, my whole traveling process, how I got to Canada and things like that. I'm going to make a different video for how the questions they asked me at the border, and also explaining my detailed SOP, that statement of purpose. And I think that's explanatory of how my visa application process went. But if you guys do have any more questions for me, please don't forget to leave in the comment section. And you should know I love making videos for you guys, so please don't feel shy or anything. I always see it. Please don't think I don't see your questions. I see it. I just have to, I'm trying to make time to, you know, put out these videos for you guys, and I promise you I'll be consistent from now on. I also want to make a day in my life vlogs to show you guys how it is over here. Thing is, right now it's actually so cold. Well, the cold is getting better, we thank God, but before, like December, January, oh my god, it was so cold. I also have story times for you guys. Like, I have story times, like I have seen things in this Canada. Like, there's nothing you guys are gonna tell me, because I've seen people complain about the cold here. I'll be like, not so. let me get there first. I will know how the code is going to code me. But now that I'm here, the code is coding me at this point, because and I'm also going to talk about the different cultural settings that's here and the one I'm used to in Nigeria, because there is a whole lot of cultural settings, guys. There's a whole lot. So I'm also going to talk about that for you guys. And if you have more questions, because I actually do have a whole lot of things to put forth on this channel, but it's just that, you know, I have to watch what I'm putting out, and I actually have to watch if it's what you guys want, because the algorithm has to do with your views. If it's something you like, I'll gladly put it out for you guys. And I've come to the end of this video. If you like this video, please don't forget to drop a like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. And also, you could share to your friends, share to everyone, share to people that you know that could relate to this video, share to people that you know that want to start their visa application process. It's a very seamless and easy thing. So far, you have all the documents required and you have everything that they ask of you, then it is very seamless. And I can't believe I'm going right now, but I hope to see you guys watch my next video. And if you did enjoy this, I'm glad you did. Take care and bye.